Hi everyone, welcome to my podcast. So this is our first podcast that we are ever going to do. So the main motive behind is to make this podcast is to aware you about this English language. Even though we are not expert in this English language, but whatever we have experienced and whatever we know in our English journey, that's all we are going to share. Because most of you are curious to know and you are looking forward for a way where you can enhance your English, but you know that by practicing you can enhance your English, but somewhere you are thinking like, is grammar important or not, how long should we practice and how long it may take to enhance our English. So those kind of daily asked questions or daily queries we are going to discuss here today. So keep watching this video till the end. Definitely this video is gonna help you a lot to remove your doubts and to overcome the fear of this English language, right? Okay, let me introduce. Well, this is me, Rudra Dharwa from Fluent Odisha. But you are not going to speak today only for yourself and only for others, means only few people and few students. You are going to help all the English learners who are trying to enhance their English. Okay.
Okay.
Right, so let's see, because and one more thing also, I mentioned that your each and every word will have a great power which will help to each and every English learner. So okay, let's start. So now you tell, like when did you start your English journey?
I think I started my English journey in 2024.
2024.
Yeah.
Before that, before your journey and before you started this journey, did you know a little bit about English?
No, that time I did not know even one single word of English.
Okay, so did you know anything about this English? Because even if now you are in your high school, okay, so did you know that there is a language called English, or you knew only that this is a subject?
I only knew that this is a subject.
This is a subject.
Yes.
Okay. So when did you realize that this is a language and now it has a great power to communicate and it opens opportunity for our future? So when did you realize that it is a language and we must know it?
When I started this journey, then before 2 months, I was scrolling through reels. That time I saw a English video. Then there were a girl who was speaking English very nicely, and I like her speaking very much. Then I thought that this is a very good subject. I should also speak this language like that girl. Then
you started.
then I started.
How did you start? Because many people say that, I personally say, if you are a beginner, then you should start from the basic, and basic means simple sentences and tenses.
Yeah.
Because if we don't know anything, then how we can get confidence to make sentences and to speak with anybody? Because if people are speaking around us, then okay, without grammar and simple sentences also we can speak, but there is nobody who can speak. So obviously in my perspective, we should start with the simple sentences, which is called base and which is called basic of this English language. So what about you? How did you start? Where did you start it from?
First of all, I started making that basic sentences. Then when I got to know that very well, then I went to hard sentences. Then when I perfect, then that time I start speaking myself, like who am I and what I am doing, like this type of question asked to myself. Then just I improve my English.
Then you improved your English.
Yes.
So there is a great question is arising here, that is how to practice with ourselves. Because people know that if we do not have anybody to practice this English language, then if we practice with ourselves, then obviously we can enhance our English. So just I want to know from you, and I want to let people know from you that the way to practice English with ourselves.
Okay. Many people think that when we are means practicing ourselves, then we make so mistake. They fear,
Obviously.
they fear about it, and they try to make their means speaking skill very well, like professional. And if they think I have to know, and
I have to know.
and if even if I make mistake, then also I will speak, like that type of thoughts goes.
If
If they have, then they can speak English very well.
Okay, nice. Because most of the people think in their beginning that what if they make mistake? Suppose
Yes.
now I'm practicing with myself. Whichever mistakes I make here, obviously I cannot get to know that. And if I speak in the same way, then obviously when I will get a chance to speak with somebody face to face and with an unknown person, that time I'll make mistakes, and that time that person may laugh at me as well.
Yes.
Okay, so were you confident that time? When and where you were practicing with yourself?
Sorry.
When you were practicing with yourself, were you confident?
To be honest, I just feel some shy to see myself and speak
With myself?
with myself, but I never went to in front of mirror. Just I speak English by bathing, by sleeping, like that type of means. When I get bored, only that time I speak, and
I was speaking.
about speaking. And when I have free time, then also I improve my English.
Okay, great. Means whenever you had free time, you used to practice English with yourself, no matter what you were doing and where you were.
Yes.
Yeah, that I always mention. Like if you are a beginner, don't know anything. Okay, only you know how to make some sentences. Obviously, that time you should apply this way. No matter what you are doing, where you are, just try to elaborate about that place and about that environment, about that situation. And if you ask me why, all the time we are not surrounded about those English people who are speaking, and all kind of words we are not using. And that is why if we start describing about that place, then obviously we can have those vocabularies of that situation, and we can have that flow as well. So obviously, okay, thank you. Let me ask some questions to him as well.